Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's Paddle Monster newsletter. This week, I would like to talk to you about what to do if you get sick during your training. Okay. I don't mean like if you throw up during a workout. I mean, you come down with the flu or COVID or something like that, and you have to miss training time. So, just to give you some background, I have just spent uh, the last week, most of it, laid low with some kind of bug. I had a fever for 3 days straight. It made the time I had COVID a couple of years ago seem like a picnic. It was no fun at all. Um, and I missed, of course, a bunch of training. Um, it's not the first time in my life that's happened. If I reflect back to all the way back into my national canoe team days, um, every once in a while that happened. And in general, um, I would be laid low for a week. I'd miss a week. I'd be like, have a fever, be, in bed most of the time, or at least I'd make it to the couch and that's about it. Certainly no training. And when I finally felt healthy enough to try to come back to training, it was a disaster. I felt really weak. I'd get out of breath super fast, and I'd wonder, how I could so quickly lose everything that I built up in my training beforehand. And usually this would happen. When this happened, I felt superhuman before I got sick. And so then all of a sudden I'm coming back from getting sick and I feel like I've lost everything. Um, I just want to tell you not to worry about that, because that tends to last a day or two, and then you start to feel better. And within a very short period of time, not only would I feel better, but I would start to feel superhuman again. And all the little aches and pains that I had from, hard training on an ongoing basis had a chance to rest and heal while I was laid up and in bed or on the couch. And my nervous system had a chance to rest and replenish. And I would feel stronger in my lifting. I would feel better in all my aerobic work, and if I was paddling, if this happened in the season, I would feel really sharp and good on the water again. But it'd take about a week, and then I would feel better than I ever had. And the reality is, I didn't lose anything. It was being sick is a small setback. Well, let me rephrase that. If you have a good base, right? If you're doing your training homework on an ongoing basis and you've built a good base of fitness, missing some time due to illness or injury shouldn't be a problem. Missing a week, missing 10 days, missing 2 weeks really shouldn't be a problem, right? You're going to bounce back from it stronger than you can imagine because you have a good base. It makes you almost bulletproof from suffering a big setback in your fitness because you were sick. But that's why we train. That's one of the reasons we train consistently and on an ongoing basis and try to build a base, is because it protects us from what happens when we get sick or injured. And so if you have been doing your homework, you'll find that, you miss your training time while you're sick. And then when you come back, you feel horrible for a day or two. And that's just because you've been sick and you're just working your body back into movement again. And then you're going to find that you start to feel better. And then suddenly you feel really, really good. Okay. So when you're sick, knowing this, right, knowing that this is what's going to happen, when you wake up one morning and you feel like crap and you've got a head cold or you've got a really bad sore throat or you can't stop coughing, you feel your forehead, you're hot, you got a fever, um, you know, don't try to fight it. Don't try to go training. Just, you know what? The best thing that you can do is rest and allow your body the opportunity to get rid of this bug, to fight it more quickly than it otherwise would if you were trying to train through it, and get it out of your system sooner rather than later, right? So just shut down, take the path of least resistance, let your body fight it, with the idea being that the better it does that, the sooner you can get back to your normal state of training. And be confident that because you've been doing the work, that you're not going to lose anything. Okay? Just go with it. Just be sick, watch more TV, watch Netflix movies, read a book, or just chill and let your body fight it. Know that you're going to come back and that you're within a day or two of actually starting to train again, starting to get your body moving again. You're going to start to feel better. And soon after that, you're going to feel really, really good. Okay? That's why we train. That's one of the reasons that we train, is so that we can overcome things like this. And if you've been doing your homework, you should know that's the way things are going to play out. And the best thing that you can do when you're sick is to just chill and let your body fight whatever it is that you're fighting. Okay? So that's my bit of advice for this week. I'm feeling a lot better now than I was a week ago. Pretty much back to normal. And even at my age, at 62, I'm still finding that I'm responding to being sick the same way that I was when I was in my 20s and I was an Olympian. So I'm certain that it's going to be like this for you too if you're doing your training homework. Okay, have a great week and happy training.